Welcome to day one of our paint project. So today we need to get 5 things under our belt. We're going to have a good name for our paint program. We're going to get rid of the cat, make a new sprite called a cursor. Okay, you probably know what a cursor is, but in this case it's the mouse cursor. It's the little thing that follows you around when you move the mouse. You're going to make one of those, okay? You're also going to use the line tool in Scratch to try to make a plus sign for the cursor. You're going to change it to vector mode, although nowadays you might be able to ignore this direction. It's a long short. Ask me what that means later if you're curious. We're also going to center the sprite just off of the middle for a weird reason, and if we don't do it, you'll find out why we do this in the next few days. Anywho, all right, so let's get through them one at a time. Let's name the paint program. So over here in Scratch, I'm going to come up with a good name. Okay, I'm going to call this paint. Now, notice how that is not a good name. That doesn't tell me I want to have something interesting that tells people you should use this because it's cool, but something like paint doesn't tell them that. So I will expect more out of you. Okay, so down here we have a cat. Cats are probably good painters sometimes depending on what you're trying to make, but we probably don't need that for this particular project, so we'll lose that. We'll make a new sprite called cursor or something to that effect. Okay, so bye kitty. Okay, so we're going to make a new right here. See the paintbrush? Okay, so that means brand new. I'm going to make it, and I'm going to make sure it is easy to see, and that it's not in the way. So there's a little crosshair thing. That's the middle of your sprite. So when you create your cursor, make sure that it is not. Oh man, I used to be better at this. Make sure that's not dead center, because otherwise it thinks you're trying to drag the sprite. Let's see. I can go just a little more like that, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Maybe that's too close. We'll find out when I'm using this. All right. This is also huge. Okay. So I'm going to probably reduce the size once I. Oh yeah. I need cursor. Right. Now it's called cursor. Let's see. So I made this called cursor. It doesn't say convert to vector. If I go back to costumes, notice how down the bottom it says convert to bitmap. That means right now it's vector. Don't touch it. Okay. All right. So we're going to leave it as a vector sprite. We're going to make sure it's not dead center. It's called cursor. Ask if you have questions. Okay. Make sure that you share this and put the link in the Google Classroom. Otherwise, you are finished. That's it for day one.